Opened back in 2003, have a look at the link. Lincoln Financial Field, where 70,000 are rocking and ready to go in Philadelphia. Tonight, we're on to week 2 of the NFL season. We got a good one on tap, as it'll be the Minnesota Vikings taking on the defending NFC champs, the Philadelphia Eagles. The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. They'll start by running the option to the right. Sheds off the tackle. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 30 before being taken down. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down. What a run there. I mean, you've got speed, elusiveness, escapability all rolled into one.
And we all know that quarterbacks are coached. They get the ball to the guys who can do all the things you just described. You want those guys who have speed, elusiveness, and escapability all rolled into one with the ball in their hands. And guess what? It's him. So there's no sense in throwing it or handing it off when you can do all of that yourself.
They go with a former Lion. It's DeAndre Swift. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. The Eagles at 1-0 on the year following the win in week 1. And they were able to get that road victory in the opener. Now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL, that's huge. But when you do it week 1, that gets you pointed in the right direction and sends notice to the rest of the league that you mean business.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Now it's 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's Swift. A pretty nice, strong run, but can't break away. Down just inside the 30. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. They'll come to the line here, needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. Hurts. One incomplete.
I don't see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Hurts going to keep it running right. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, and now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
9th play now, this long opening drive. Can they cash it in on 3rd and goal? Hurts sets up to throw it. Eluding the pressure. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And Daniil Hunter, he's the one who gets in there and brings him down to the ground.
Well, it's about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on third down. The kick by Elliott is good. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead. So the opening drive does yield points. Maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. First play's a run with Nwangu. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Another run now for Nwangu. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. We'll just keep giving it to him. Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Here's 2nd and 10. Cousins. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Give left side here for Nwangu. And he's got it down to the 28. Well, this defense for the Eagles, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
You talk about getting off to a hot start, a shutout right out of the gate. Think of the carryover headed into this one, the residue of that game. That means excellent practices, guys alert, ready to go. They'd love to hang a second one right here, right now.
They'll check that down to Nwangu out of the backfield. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9. Straight ahead, here's Nwangu. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. This offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. They trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here. From the red zone now, Cousins. Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson. They'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 13-yard line.
Here's Cousins. Well, set up the screen for Nwangu. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. 3rd and 7 now. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, Cousins. They're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. Picked up by Avonte Maddox. And the Eagles are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they were winners in the season opener Sunday. Now they get the quick turnaround game here on Thursday night. But, CD, you say this is an ideal setup for them. Wow.
Well, just the way the schedule lines up, because everyone's got to play a Thursday game, and that's because of competitive balance. So, let's face it, would you rather play week 2 when you're still relatively fresh and excited about the season, or week 15 when you've had a season's worth of bumps and bruises to factor in, and who knows what your record might be at that time as well?
They'll throw on first down with Hurts. This one complete down the field to Goddard. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Another big play as they get 28 out of that one.
Good job there getting his tight end involved, because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Hurts to throw. That's going to be caught. Touchdown, Eagles. Quez Watkins, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Eagles are able to stretch out their lead. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches.
What?
He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I
Don't
would
know how to
imagine
do what?
success this early. Great momentum for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP. anytime he touches the ball.
with decimal without the X.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
DECIMAL.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their second drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something, and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it. And when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys step up and make
fighting through, and he's got space. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 18 yards the gain for number 18.
Amazing how Jefferson makes first downs like that look routine, isn't it? He's off to the greatest start by a receiver in NFL history. Set records for most catches and yards in a player's first 3 seasons and led the league in both last year.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Up the middle, no longer. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. 12 yards there. First down, Vikings.
First down, Minnesota.
Throwing, Cousins. Drops this off with Nwangwu. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
What?
play fake. Cousins rolling to his right. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted.
The food should be at the door.
And the Eagles are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Open man has got him, the tight end. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. So from the 22, here's 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Throwing is Hurts. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. And this is a quarterback who's already had success on the ground in this first half, but this time they're able to hem him in.
And it's always different when you rush a mobile quarterback as opposed to a guy you know will be right back in the pocket. In this case, you got to make sure the inside pressure and the outside pressure match, and maybe even a second wave to make sure if he squirts free, you get someone to tackle him.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. On 4th down, Aaron Sipos on to punt for Philadelphia. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit. Like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to?
And the 3rd interception thrown by Cousins. Picked off by Isaiah Rodgers. Now, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me, that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you throw this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
And he'll be brought down with a penalty flag on the field. It was a late decision to throw, and it might have been too late. So the illegal forward pass also costs him a down, and now it's 2nd and long. From the gun, it's Hurts. And that's out to the flat for Swift. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a 1st down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. They'll try and run here with Swift. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. Now a timeout called for by the offense, as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. On 1st down, Hurts. Flushed out right. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Being chased out left. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback, I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. The kick by Elliott is good, and that will do it for this first half. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they're down on the scoreboard. Sort of a sloppy first half. And Coach Davis, if you were in the locker room, what would... And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Zach Cunningham with a pick. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll bring up second down. Now Hurts on the option right, and a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
But when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, first round went to the offense, second round the defense. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he's got it. Touchdown! Dallas got it. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Eagles take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points.
And that's a drive that makes everyone happy on that bench because they accomplish exactly what they set out to do. Take care of the football, eat up a little clock, end up in the end zone. Now they've got a cushion for the rest of the game. So they didn't just help themselves offensively, they helped their defense out as well.
And the formula there on the 2-point try, they go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they do.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So they will wave off the flag and let the completion stand.
Really great job by the receiver fighting through all the contact and still coming down with the football. All that great work in practice being put into the game.
A little bit of daylight on that 1st down run sets him up nicely. 8 yards on the carry.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
At the 12-yard line.
To throw is Cousins. That'll be complete to the running back, Nwangu. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. That'll give him 8 that time. And now it's 3rd and 4. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Touchdown, Vikings! T.J. Hockenson from 4 yards out. And the Vikings get a bit closer. Joseph connects on the extra point, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. He's going deep for Brown. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
2nd down. Here's Hurts. Looking left side for Watkins, and he's got it. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
63.
Hurts sets up to throw it. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have an Eagles 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Hurts. And this is caught. It's Brown. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down. They go play action with Hurts. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. They'll look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by a Caleb Evans. And the Vikings are right back in this football game. the Vikings now to start their next drive. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. They go play action. Cousins. Into the hands of the rookie Jordan Addison. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Cousins now. And he's got this to Jefferson. And down inside the 15 he goes. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. From the red zone now, Cousins. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Off the play fake, Cousins. This is caught. Touchdown. K.J. Osborne. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Vikings have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Joseph connects on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. A dangerous return man showing it here. Still going past the 30. And he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown, Eagles. A big-time special teams play here in the 4th quarter to extend their lead.
And coaches preach it all the time. If you can score on special teams, your chances of winning the game really jump up in a big way. Now, I'll let our analytics friends quantify it and give us the exact numbers, but that's what coaches talk about all the time. That extra momentum, that extra bounce you get from a special team score.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. Well, that's a tough, costly penalty because now it makes it 3rd and 6 after the false start. Cousins. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down. Here's Cousins. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Keely Ringo picks it off. And the Eagles are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
at the 46-yard line.
They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. Here's Hurts to throw. He's going deep for Brown. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Eagles. A.J. Brown, 49 yards. And the Eagles are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling? But inside is thinking 24 more because we have to play again next week.
Lost man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants them to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
On second down, here's the Longoria. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Now third down and very long. Now a give running left is the Longoria. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. That'll be good for 6, but now it's fourth down.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down.
Hey, we're good.
So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And they'll indeed take a knee. So fly, Eagles fly. It's a victory for Philadelphia. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one are thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for the Eagles, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week where they take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin.